Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the daily political and societal tarot and astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. Also, thank you so much for yesterday, all of your support. I don't have words, but thank you. Thank you. But anyway, I'm here every single day of the year with you to take your political questions or questions about what's going on in society. Just put the questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. And we have got a fantastic community because you have been so kind to each other and you have been so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. So you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on like 1.25 speed or whatever works best for you. So because of the kitties, aren't they fun? And because I've got pink, I was thinking, maybe I'll do, whatever deck. And I was looking and it was like, no, even if it doesn't match, we have to use the pulp tarot because gangsters, thieves, we read on politics. Queen Wave, Autumn, you spoil us with the time stamping. Oh, I'm glad it's hopeful. That's very sweet of you to say. Yes, his boo is blue today. Oh, he seems okay. He's sleeping. Aren't you matching? I know. But anyway, and just put your questions in the chat before I come on. And boy, have we. Whew, all right, let's jump in. 2 minutes in, we're jumping in. Okay. It's going to be a roller coaster today, kids. Buckle in. All right. Okay. The Trump transition team is considering a, quote, showcase immigration raid, unquote, in the DC area in the new administration's first days. A showcase. Like it's a game show? The showcase, or there's the da 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 da. Come on down and get arrested, or come on down and out, or Teresa Wilson says that doesn't even sound legal. Why, you're right. Lewis asks, complete with rockets? There we go. Is there a possibility of getting a Broyhill dinette set? Oh, okay. Yes, Veronica Johannes, spin the wheel and maybe you can stay. How's this going to go? Really? Oh, Kelly G says, my 2-year-old grandson loves your kitties and is listening intently. Oh, hello, precious. Hello, precious one. I hope you're doing well. Oh, bless. The kitty's sleeping, but maybe I'll bring him out later. Okay. A new car. First of all, these are. How exactly would they do that? This name's Fisher. Hello, Fisher. Hello, Fisher. I hope you're doing well. Hello, precious. Anyway, yeah, this is not necessarily a legal decision. Yeah. But they're talking about it. I think this would take time. but yeah, they're there to screech their tires and be obnoxious. And Queen of Cups, Justice. Talk about an legal injunction. Very quickly. Very quickly. So yeah. Mm. Mm. Mm-mm. Also, you there's also a matter of just how would you organize that ahead of time? Nine of Pentacles. This is just to make themselves feel superior. Oh yeah, their great victory. Four of Cups, Three of Swords. Okay, yeah, what this comes down to, yeah, I wouldn't. What I've got is what I've been getting, them being just insufferable. And remember, they're in that ballroom bubble, floating over their garbage ideas, just floating around, and their reality is going to dawn on them. That bubble will burst at some point, but it's going to take a little time. There's always this honeymoon era, part right when they first get in. Honeymoon period. TJ, yes. Thank you, Nettie. Yeah, this is just them being insufferable. But I'm not necessarily. Good luck. Good luck pulling this off. Now, do not underestimate Human. Homan. I believe his name is spelled. He's the immigration czar or border czar or whatever he is. He's awful. He is truly the scum of the earth. I'm just telling you right now. And he absolutely wants to do raids in blue states, blue cities. Absolutely. And I think he's perfectly named because he's not human. Are they going to do awful things? Yes. But they're not going to be able to do everything they want. They're not going to be able to make the radical decisions that they want. There are going to be court injunctions here, there, on and on. So, yeah, Eight of Wands. They're going to try a lot, but we're strong. Temperance. They're also going to be people protecting people who are here illegally. I mean, I don't think it's going to get to Anne Frank levels, but there's definitely going to be protection of hiding people away, and because decency. Yeah. Half of us have it. Okay, well, onward, because there's a lot to get through today. Good, bad, up, down. All right, at 9 minutes, 15 seconds in, Goral had a question. Or 9:20. Let's do that. New York State's highest court on Thursday declined to block Trump's upcoming sentencing, which I believe is tomorrow. In theory, Trump's sentencing for 34 felony convictions is tomorrow. New York State's highest court on Thursday declined to block Trump's upcoming sentencing hearing in his hush money case. Now, he will have to take the case to the Supreme Court. Now, He has there's reporting that he has recently talked directly to Alito, because of course he has. But TikTok. Oh, Sanity saying Human. Oh, is it 2 O's? Human asked for $86 billion to get started on his operation. Yuck. So usually the Supreme Court only steps in after there's a sentencing, if you want to appeal or what, but to stop sentencing itself, and you've got this afternoon basically. Exactly, Louis. What, he couldn't afford Clarence? I know, right? So, will Trump be sentenced tomorrow? And for the love of all that is holy, Rashawn, right? Please give him a suspended sentence. Do not just say, oh, well, whatever. Oh, Ramadees says the justices were just at the funeral. Oh, great. The Emperor, please. All right. Temperance, 3 of Pentacles. Ooh, Tower, right in the middle. Ouch. Hierophant, Queen of Pentacles. No Justice card? No Justice card. I did shuffle. Temperance would be him being treated like other people in the justice system. But yeah, there's a plan. But boom, Tower, institution. I do have something here, though. But and Trump, he's gotten away with so much. It's still a mystery why he's so bent out of shape about this. Michelle Obama was not there, Lila. There was a headline that I saw that was explaining why she wasn't there, but I don't know. I don't know why she wasn't, but she wasn't. Oh, we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the funeral. There's some interactions there that we're going to talk about next. But oh well, after the next question. Trump be sentenced tomorrow. Let me get the Supreme Court to put their big, fat collars on the scale. Well, you wouldn't want an incoming president to, oh, the poor darling dear, the poor little blown glass. Those poor little dear that you wouldn't want to ruin. You wouldn't want to rain on his parade, would you? It feels now. I'm going to tell you what it feels like. It feels like he will be sentenced, and then MAGA will have reason to be mad. But this is minor arcana, and Mershon has already said he's not going to give Dumpy a jail sentence. Like, he's not going to be sent to jail now, and he's not even going to be fined. So what the heck is he doing tomorrow? Please give him a suspended sentence. Otherwise, what's the point? Man. All right, but we'll see. We'll see. Okay, so at 1420, please somebody do something about this. It looks like RFK Jr. voted in November using a residence that a court of law has already determined he did not reside at. A formal complaint has been made accusing him of voter fraud. He was already told, you can't vote here. He did it anyway, again. You know who I am. Unfortunately. Excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, we have someone up here who doesn't know who they are. If anyone knows who this gentleman is, please come to the counter. Thank you. Yeah. Will this affect his confirmation? Oh. He's gonna, I don't know what, but he's gonna keep getting himself into trouble. His days of stupidity are far from over. Yeah, secrets, but chariot emperor, so he thinks he can do whatever he wants. Page of swords, so that's weak. 5 of pentacles, 10 of swords. That is out in the cold. That is, ouch. This could do some damage, or something's going to do damage to him. It'd be wonderful if he was not made Secretary of, was it Health and Human Services? Something like that. Ugh. But that doesn't look good for him. But he thinks he can do whatever he wants, and no matter what, whether he gets the job or not, whether he's confirmed or not, he's going to continue to do bad things. Robert House is asking, is there a better topic? What do you mean? I don't know what that means. Anyway, so let's go over some of the stuff that came up at today's funeral, Jimmy Carter's funeral, and bless him. Bless Jimmy Carter. Bless your soul, sir, and thank you. Bless your soul. Bless you and your family. Thank you. All right. Meanwhile, back in Petty Land, so at 17:30, Julie Hoffman was saying, I can't stand Melania, but she's at Jimmy Carter's funeral. The Melania bot was at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Is she getting paid to attend? Her expression is stone cold, like the tribute isn't worthy of her time. Well, you know, she needs to get in front of the cameras to promote her $40 million film that will be both on Amazon Prime and as a theatrical release about an insider look at her life. Wow. Ms. Gibson says, you know she's getting paid. That's what I was guessing. Oh, and as far as expressionless, Isabel Moss says, it's the Botox. That was pretty much, it could be, you know, wakes up and, you know, clips her face on, you know. Okay, I'm just curious. I don't want to misunderstand. Are people saying I should be reading on different things today? I don't quite understand. Anyway, did she get paid? Because you know Trump can't have her as first lady because he can't afford $250,000 a day. And there's the emperor. Oh yeah, getting herself out in the public. 3 of Cups. It's not like she's going to end up at an Oscar party. Thank you, Paula. Thank you, Lois. Thank you. Kelly G, I don't understand. I'm sorry. Moon, 4 of Pentacles. What is this chaos and lack of money in relation to Melania? What is this? I mean, we know that whatever if she finally comes out with that movie, film, whatever, that it's going to be hand dragged. Wait. Just put your questions in the chat before I come on. Now see what I can get to. Okay. So the card for the reading is the Death card. Seven of Cups, King of Pentacles. So, yeah, I mean, we know they have a contract. That's what's going on. I'm not trying to be mean here. I mean, it's she lives and dies for that prenup, postnup. They've renegotiated it multiple times. She is a screaming materialist, and you can even look at her chart, and she would have had to put in some effort to not be a materialist, considering how much earth is in her chart. And I know, but there are people who have a lot of earth in her chart who are actually quite giving, caring, lovely people, but that they choose to be, because there are good sides and bad sides to every sign, element, you name it. But King of Cups, that feels like is that a new man? There's the Star, and there's the King of Swords. She's just getting farther and farther away from him. Oh well, let's move on. Rob D says our movie could be used on MST3K. On Mystery Science Theater 3000 blank. Thank you, Night and Glow. All right, so moving on, because 23. Goral. Okay, Goral had a question about this, and let's face it. We kind of knew that W was a petty Betty. I mean, come on. I mean, really, is that a surprise? I don't blame him either, but W is a petty Betty. So George W. declined to shake Donald Trump's hand at Jimmy Carter's funeral. Just a brush past him without even acknowledging him. W went on to greet and acknowledge the Clintons and Obama, and was just great with them. Oh, Betty. Queen Maeve, if only W could have endorsed Harris. Yes, exactly. Oh, man. W. Yeah. Left him on red. Completely. This is not a, oops, I didn't see him. No, this was on purpose. It doesn't make that much of a difference, though. I mean, Trump gets in his feelings, but gets in his feelings, but it's not that big of a deal. But we enjoyed it. Oh, yes, and Mrs. Pence snubbed him as well. Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. All right. Also, just so you know, if you didn't see it, apparently, when Biden was speaking, giving eulogy, apparently Trump did his thing where he closes his eyes, like pretending he's praying or listening or something, and he's really just trying to fall asleep. So Biden raised his voice talking about decency and ethics and all this and woke Trump up. Okay, look, is this going to change the world? No, but am I getting, we're getting our little bits of joy from this where we can. Oh boy. Talking about a man's character and faith. That was good. Okay. So Paula, bless you. At 25, here we go. Did one bit of the eulogy for Carter sink into the orange one's heart? I'll look at it. Anything, any bit of things about character or decency. I know. No, he's just thinking about his victory. He just spent the whole time, anytime he was snubbed or he didn't feel like he was the center. I believe the Carter family seated Trump directly next to Obama and behind Harris. Mwah. But he's just the whole time, when I'm gonna be president again. Emotional, awful. No, it's water on a griddle. It's a drop of water on a griddle. Just sizzles, gone. Yeah. Anyway. All right. Excuse me. Gailey had a question at 2740. Any chance that Trump will leave the country sooner or later and not come back to complete his entire term? I wouldn't think so, but sure. Let's have a look. Okay. Boy. Told you it was going to be a roller coaster today. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye now. Bye-bye. 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 Bye-bye now. Tam says, we wish. Lois says, that would be awesome. Bye-bye. Evelyn says, nope. But we look. You ask, I look. The institution. No. Why would he? Why bother? He's gotten away with everything so far. And his health is not good. Which is not good because, honestly, a Vance presidency kind of it gives me the absolute heebie-jeebies. Chills up and down my spine. But I get nauseous when I think about a Vance presidency. But no, I don't see him leaving. I don't see him leaving the country and not coming back. He's still. This is where most of his stuff is. And remember, he was calling all these other places blank countries. Yeah. So. Okay. Goral brought up a good point. and then we'll move on to some other stuff. But at 30 minutes in, Goral had a question because Fani Willis has asked Georgia's top court to review the decision booting her from the Trump case. Can we look and see if this stands a chance? Yeah. Huh. So, Fani Willis. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That judge really bugs me, but you know that. Yeah. Look, the other side's been getting away with a lot because McAfee's been putting up with it. Oh, you have a motion to question the kind of nail polish that Fani Willis is wearing today? Absolutely. Let's set a hearing for that. Oh, she didn't have a salad yesterday. She just had junk food or protein. Oh, okay. Well, let's have a hearing on that too, because obviously that would make her not think straight. McAfee's, he's on my list. She's strong. She was doing her job. There's a legal decision, Queen of Swords, and she was reelected. Thank you. Hold on. So there's a chance. There's a chance here. I have her in a position of strength. The problem is McAfee. Exactly, Lois, as if she was the one on trial. Yeah. Right. Thank you, Tigris. All right, so fingers crossed. Fani Willis. I mean, if nothing else, she has her job. They couldn't get rid of her. She was reelected. So all of those racist, misogynistic jerks get stuffed. Okay. Sun. Tower, Page of Pentacles, Nine of Cups. She has the evidence. The other side's argument is weak. She's got a shot. That's what I'm getting. Fingers crossed. Okay. I want to add in a question here. There have been a lot of there's some. This is related to a question that's here. I'm going to move up. So now there's been a question about some people asking if the California fire was arson at 33:45. Here's the thing. It's kind of hard. Honestly, it's kind of hard for me to pick up on that because they've recently arrested somebody who started another fire that was arson. It's actually what's happening in California is a lot of different things going horribly wrong at the same time. Can the absolute entire thing be put down to arson? Not really. But yeah, there are multiple fires. Mr. Dill is saying. I'll just read on this and see what I can pick up on. But it's there's a drought. There are crazy high winds. The houses, so many of those houses are just 100-mile-an-hour winds. So many of those houses they're made from wood. You know? There was one video I saw this morning, and it was the house itself is just gone. The chimney's still standing, and there's this fountain that's there that's made of tile work. Pristine. Absolutely pristine. And literally everything around it is just burnt to ash. Except the chimney. It's like $6 million in that situation, and you built your house out of wood, really? You think, and I know you don't want to make the house too heavy because of earthquakes, but I'm not blaming them for it. I'm just saying I don't know. I've never lived, honestly, I've never lived farther west than Phoenix. So I've never been to California, believe it or not. So I'm not blaming them, not at all. I'm just saying that it's even sad to see that fountain there, pristine, absolutely pristine. Really? That's a gut punch. Anyway, yeah, and a lot of those people don't have or can't afford insurance. Yeah, exactly. Which is hurricane force winds in the middle of the fire. Exactly. Yeah. Man. Anyway, yeah, and you lose all the personal stuff. Brutal. Okay, anyway. Yeah, it was hot and dry. The Hermit, Judgment, Two of Swords, Ten of Wands. Geez, that's just kindling. King of Wands. There has been some arson, but there didn't need to be. Yeah, there really didn't need to be. So, and yes, just Joanne, it was not just rich people. Yeah. Sandy says it's the wind. Blaming the wood is like blaming people in Florida for having stick-built houses in a hurricane. Oh, like I said, I'm not blaming them, and I'm sorry that came out that way. I apologize, because what I was trying to say was, I would just think that there would be innovation for people who could build $6, $7, $8, $9, $10 million houses. Do you know what I mean? Something that the rest of us could aspire to having someday. But it's not their fault. None of this is their fault. I was just surprised because it's so dangerous. But it's not their fault. And it was just a gut punch, just looking at that fountain just sitting there with all that devastation around it, and you lose all your family photos and you just lose oh man, that's brutal. And it's got to be a gut punch. So I'm sorry. I do apologize. That came out wrong, and I apologize. That's not, I don't mean to blame these people. I was just surprised. That's all. But it's not their fault. Not at all. All right. Better materials to build a house, Ms. Gibson says. Yeah, that's all. Amy Jones says even stone castles burn out. Absolutely. Absolutely. But anyway. So, Lewis is saying there's a new hemp-filled wall that's fireproof. Actually, let's look at that. 3910. Will this lead to big changes in house building? It is not no one's fault. If their house burns down, it is no one's fault. It is not the person whose house burnt down. It's not their fault. So, yeah, climate change. Hold on. Yep. So will this lead to changes in how these houses are built? Correct me if I'm wrong. After the fire of London, didn't they build with better, like more fireproof materials? All right, decision. Yeah, this has just been awful. This has just been a nightmare. And a lot of successful, it's not just successful people, but it's also affected some wealthy people. Some, a little. There'll be some. This does feel, this is like taking the materials and using them in some creative ways, but it's kind of small. A lot of the problem is that even though there were all of these wealthy people who had these homes, how many of them had fire insurance? So they just lost everything. TJ says London got rebuilt in stone and brick. It's an earthquake zone and it's hard. Yeah. But there'll be some improvements. There's some people who have ideas. It's going to take time for it to catch on, though. Yeah. Chris Cole says clay roofs wrapped in eaves, stucco walls, sprinklers on roofs. It works. They were. I do know the police, the fire people were complaining that some people in wealthy areas, they turned on their sprinkler systems, thinking that would keep their houses safe, but it just actually brought down the water levels and made it harder for firefighters to fight fires in those areas. Man. Aniko says 3D printed homes and homes under the earth. How would Hobbit homes do in an earthquake? See, because that's the thing. It's tough. Evelyn says his fires are humongous. Yes. Yes. And CC Ryder says, folks, many cement and stone houses burned. Absolutely. Yeah. Nothing makes it. Nothing makes anybody immune to this stuff. Just Marie-Ann Coates says probably end up with steel frame modular space with safe room space for valuables, simple panel wall floor replacement posts. Yeah. Crisco says sprinklers were for roof. Were not for roofs, they were for lawns. That's true. Yep. Man. So I do apologize if anybody still thinks that I was just saying, oh, it's their own fault. No, that is not what I meant. I'm sorry. I misspoke. So anyway, all right. So 44 minutes in, Chris Cool had a question. Is there any chance the Southern California fires will wake up some MAGA? For example, Devout Trumpee James Wood was on CNN talking about how the fire took his home. Sad. Is there any chance Dumpy's divisive politicization of one of the worst natural disasters in California history will wake people up? Thank you, Miss Gibbs. Oh, thank you, Design Media X. Thank you. That's good. Barbara says, I have an emergency plan with important papers in one file. I can grab at a moment's notice. Good. Good. I mean, I know there were some people who couldn't get out, but Thank you. Will it wake up MAGA? Not really. Trump's getting in, which is what they want. Anything about California to MAGAs in other parts of the country, it's, oh, those liberals got what they deserve or something stupid. Page of Swords, Magicians, Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, High Priestess. Now they'd keep those liberals. They don't, not the brightest of bulbs, are they? They'll keep being awful. Yeah, I'm sorry, but yeah, I'm not picking up much there. Okie doke. Now this blew my mind. Really? $46.15. The judge in the George Santos wire fraud case has delayed his February sentencing to April 25th. Why? To give Santos more time to record episodes for his podcast. Because Santos says, well, if I'm going to be charged money, I need to, have this in place so I can pay you. Oh, okay. So we'll put off sentencing until April. What? Also, his podcast, I am not kidding you. His podcast, George Santos, his podcast is named Pants on Fire. Are you kidding me? Oh, geez. CC Ryder says Bill Crystal lost his home of 45 years. Oh, man. This is asking, what the heck happened to our legal system? Yeah. What the heck? And George Santos was asked to go on Matt Gaetz's new show on OAN to give Matt Gaetz makeup tips. I'm not kidding. 10 of Wands, burden. 4 of Swords, this is silent as a tomb. Legal matters, silent. But there's the evidence. The people he defrauded. He is going to continue. He's not learning anything. He's really not. He's not going to go forth and become a better person. He's just not. Why should he? So will he ever go to prison? Ever go to jail? Oh, and by the way, all this talk, Trump, of pardoning the January 6th people, he could have done that before he left office, and he didn't. Just reminding people of that. Ace of Wands. He's going to continue to be awful. High Priestess, Page of Wands, Temperance. There's nothing here. Who just said that? Raymond said, yeah, George Santos, I invented podcasts. Uh-huh. Oh, there's always drama. Talk about a drama king. Lovers, Hangman, Page of Swords. The energy just isn't strong. It just isn't. It's there. I mean, it should be there, but then it's... If you don't hold these people accountable, they will continue to do what they've been doing. Okay, sure. Sure. Okay. Well, anything I didn't cover today, I will roll over to tomorrow. And first thing tomorrow we'll look, or one of the earliest things, not top probably, but one of the things we'll look at tomorrow, Lauren Boebert has introduced a bill that would abolish the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms. We'll look at that tomorrow. But we made it through the news today. All right. And we made it through together. I'm glad you like the kitty frame. So let me see. What? Here. So these are my 4 YouTube channels. And so next, you're welcome to join the Creative Sprints in a couple of hours on the Creative Sprints channel. Bring your projects, whatever it is you do. We just focus on our work for 25 minutes at a time. Take 5 minutes, let our brains recover. Do it again and again and again. Making progress. It's amazing what you can when you have these concentrated work times. It's amazing how much you can get done. But we do that in the from 3 to 6. Tomorrow morning there should be a new color organization video. Stay calm is half an hour before we're here. Calm your nervous system, and then we go over the news together. And then we do it again the next day, because we're going to get through this. We're going to get through it together. All right? Because you're not alone. We're in this together. There are good days ahead. Thank you, Design Media Fix. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. All right. So hang in there. And I will see you later. All right. Take care. Be well.